Okay, so I'll start. So welcome back everyone. Welcome to the third week session of order management. So last week we learned about the different approval rules and comprehensively touched upon the scenarios. Then we also saw how peak transformation works in Oracle Order Management Cloud. And then we moved on and saw how an orchestration process is assigned to an order through the process assignment tools. So all those were Visual Basic based. It had a good graphical user interface. So this week, we will touch upon the creation of an item. Let me share my screen. So this week, we are going to touch upon how an item is created, how a customer is created, and how an item is priced on a sales order. So you must be very familiar by now with this screen. So you can see there is a customer over here. Then in the order line, there is an item. And for each item, there is a price, right? So you must be wondering how these are coming in order management. What is the configurations behind these? And also each item is related to a pricing strategy and segment which appears on a sales order. So how these segments and strategies are defaulted on the basis of which this price is decided. So we're going to touch base upon that as well in this session, in this week. So let me get started. So to create any item, we need to have a item class. So let me show you the setup for it. And then there are a few attributes in item which makes it order management enabled, sales order enabled. So I will show you that as well. So this is a setup and maintenance window. In this, you go to your offering and you choose product management. And in this, type an item class. Manage item classes. So this is a task to define any item class. So by default, Oracle gives us the root item class. So if you do not have a PIM license, product information management license, by default, you will get a root item class and you will have to define all the items under this root item class itself. So for this demo, I will create a new item class under the root item class. So for that, I will click on plus create button and I will be creating my own item class. So let me prefix it with RV. RV item class for easy recognition in the later point of time. And internal name also, I will keep it the same. Description also the same. And I will save and close. And then search with your item class, RV item class. This is the one. Click on OK and click on edit. So now you have to do some configurations under this item class before you can create an item under this. So you go to item management, item number generation method. You have it user defined. I want to generate my own item method, and item description also I will keep it as user defined. I want to have my own description for this item. Enable new item request. So you disable this checkbox because it will generate a item approval process. So we do not want that item approval now because we are not touching much on product information management. So we'll disable that. Item creation allowed should be checked. Then we will move on to the security tab of it. And under security tab, if you remember, to create any item, you need this role, product data steward. And this role should be assigned to your organization. This is a function security. So let me just query product data steward. Yeah. And under this, these are the data access security. You can delete, read, update. So our item master organization would be 000 operations. So let me just see if I have the security or not. Yes, I have it. So this role has been assigned to my organization 000, which I will be using as item master organization. And if I come down, I can see all the roles, data security roles are automatically assigned. And I will also query a couple of more organizations, 002, just to make sure, and 003. So these are already assigned. So this is it. I will save and close it. And my item class is created. Click on done. So my item class is created. Now I will go on and create my item. Now this is a very important factor. So whenever I'm creating an item, I'm assigning many attributes to it on the basis of which that item becomes sales order enabled, and that can appear over here in the item line in the sales order form. So to create or manage any items, I will have to go to home, and I will have to go to a task known as product management. Here it is, product management. Click over there, and you can see this pane, right? Product information management. So this is a place wherein we manage all the items, creation, manage, deletion, updation, everything is done over here. This is the item management pane, product information management. This is a sub module under product management. So I've clicked on that. Let's give it some time to load. Yes. So this is a product information management screen. So on the right hand side, you have this task pane. Click over there and click on create item. We are going to create our new item. And in the organization, choose your master organization, which is 000. So every organization, every business unit has an item master organization. And under that item master organization, you have many inventory organizations like we have seen in earlier weeks. Seattle 002, then 003 Chicago. And our number of items, one. We are going to create only one item, right? And our item class would be RV item class. So let's see if it appears over here or not. Yes, here it is, RV item class, which we just created. And here there are some default templates to assign the attributes. We can create templates beforehand, but we are not going to use anything because I'm going to show you from the very scratch. So organization is entered, number of items, item class. Now click on OK. And the item creation form would appear in a second. Yes. So now this is the item name. So let me give my own item name, which would be RV. Suppose if I am getting an order of laptops, so laptop. So I'm prefixing it everything with RB for easy recognition in the earlier phases. And it is already approved because we didn't enable the item request. Otherwise, it would have gone for approval. And item status, it would be active. Life cycle phase is production. So these are all product life cycle management. These have no effect on our order management, these top things. So this is it. Now come down. Now this is very important. You need to assign the primary unit of measure on the basis of how it is going to be measured in each, or in boxes, in dozen, in packs of 10, in kilogram, meters. So I will give it each. EA. This is a quantity. Primary. Yeah, this is it. Now, the very important part is the second tab, which is specifications. Now, the specification tab you're seeing, right? This decides if this item can be purchased, if this item can be sales order enabled, if this item can be manufactured, transferred between organization, costed, and if it can be invoiced. Everything is decided on the basis of these attributes we choose. So let me go one by one. So under specifications, I will first go to manufacturing tab, which is already there in default. So if you see, I'm going to show you all the important tabs across all modules actually. So under costing enabled yes, and inventory asset value is yes, which means this item can be costed and it is costed as an inventory item, inventory asset value. So these both should be yes. Then if you want to do some manufacturing with it, if you want to make it in your manufacturing plant, then work in this should be yes. And yeah, so this should be yes, but we're not going to manufacture this, so we will keep it as no. Then moving on to the inventory tab. If this is an inventory item or no, yes. So this is an inventory item. So this should be yes. If this is an inventory item, can it be stocked in your warehouse? Yes. Can we do some transactions with it? Yes. And can it be reserved? Yes. So all these four should be yes under inventory tab. Yes, this is it. And then coming to sales and order management tab, which is very important. So customer ordered and customers orders enabled. So both of them should be yes, so that it can appear in our order management form, and it can be sales order enabled. So both of them are interlinked. If you make it as yes, this will automatically become yes. So both of them should be yes. Then internally transferable. So if you want to transfer this item between different organizations, then you need to make it as yes. And transfer orders enabled for the same purpose. So transfer order will enable you to create a transfer order with this item so that you can do a inter-organization transfers. Then back-to-back enabled. If you want this item to be back-to-back enabled, so I explained in the first class, right? If you do not have a stock for certain item in your warehouse and you place an order to the supplier or to other warehouse, only when you receive an order from the customer, then you can make it as yes if this is a back-to-back. So we will have a separate session for back-to-back as well. So from now I will keep it as no. Then order management transaction enabled should be yes. Shippable should be yes, so that you can pick, pack, and ship it. Invoiced should be yes, so that you can generate a AR invoice and do the billing with it. So yeah, this is it from the order management perspective. Customer orders enabled, transfer order, internally transferable, order management transaction enabled, shippable, invoiceable. Yes. Now you go to the planning tab. So under planning, this is basically a supply chain planning module. So you don't have to worry much about any of the attributes except one thing. So the planning method under MPS MRP planning should not be not planned. Otherwise, the global order promising will not sense this item. It will not be able to tell you how many quantities are there in the warehouse and all those things. So it should always be either MPS planning or MRP planning. So these are all the supply chain planning module terminologies. So you don't have to worry about that. And then planning time fence and demand time fence. So both of them should be user defined. So that means how many days in the future the order global order promising can do the estimate of the order, can plan the delivery of the order. If you make it as one, then it will only plan till 1 day. So you make it as 100, both of these things. And this is it. Calculate ATP available to promise. I'll make it as yes. So this is a global order promising term, which we will see later. So these are all the attributes that we need to enable, and then come to the purchasing tab. So this is basically to create a purchase order, purchase agreements. So can this item be purchased? You need to make this as yes and purchasable as yes as well. If you want this to be purchasable, if you want it to be taxable, you need to make it as yes. Then purchase price. If you want to have a default purchase price for this item, not a sales order price, a purchase price. So this is a part of a procurement module. Then you can define it over here. So yeah, this is it. That's all we need from the item attributes point of view. RV laptop is our item. So we are going to save it. Yes, so our item is saved. And now, so we are done with the specification tab. We are done with the overview page. Now we have to come to this associations. So this is where we associate our inventory orgs or warehouses to this item. So you can see 000 operations is already associated because while creating this item, we had associated this. So this is nothing but a master organization, which keeps the stock of all the items, the list of all the items. Now, if you click on plus, you can assign multiple organizations to this item so that that organization can fulfill the demand for this item and do the inventory transactions. So I'm going to add two more organizations. One is Atlanta. Click on apply. And one is 003, which is Chicago. So these both are warehouses or inventory organizations, which I'm adding in our item. So now this item would be able to do transactions within these both warehouses as well. Atlanta and Chicago. Click on save. And then I think, yes, let me just check on the specification again to make sure that we have covered everything. Yes. Okay. These all are yes.
So Raj, what is about that order management indivisible? What does it do?
Which one?
Order management indivisible, the sales
Yeah,
order.
so whether you want it to be in fractions, right? So certain organizations have a requirement to deliver the orders in fractions, as in like milliliters or you know in liters if you want to do like that in fractions.
Means order if I order by let's say 1 liter, I can divide it to 500 milliliters, something like that.
No. So suppose you want to deliver, suppose you're delivering one quantity, right? As of now, if you want to deliver 1.2, 1.3, anything which is not a whole number, anything in fractions or in decimals, if you want to deliver, then
Yeah,
you
right.
need to make that as yes. Now it will
Yeah,
only deliver 1, 2, 3 whole numbers, right? So like that.
yeah. I mean,
So
500 ml is nothing but 1.2 liter, right? I mean, point
yes,
5 liters. Yeah,
yeah,
so something
you
like
can
that.
do that. Yes.
And internally transferable, does it mean that I can transfer it between the internal or the like internal sales orders like ISOs?
Yes, exactly. So you can transfer it between organizations. Like I have assigned two organizations, right? Where Chicago and one more Atlanta.
Atlanta,
So you can
right?
transfer between those organizations. So this makes it enabled for transferring this attribute.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So we are done with the creation of this item. We are going to save and close it. Yes. So our item creation is done. Let me just query it back. Go to manage items. Click on RV. Yes, RV laptop is here. And you can see there are three because we have assigned it to the three organizations, master and two inventory organizations. So master organization again is nothing but it is a logical organization which keeps the list of all the items. And then 002 and 003 are our actual inventory organizations on which the transaction of this item would be done. So we are done creating an item and also we have verified the creation. Now we will move on to the next one, creation of a customer. Before this, let me show you one more thing. Let me show you one more important aspect of an item. So any of these specifications, right? Cost enabled or inventory asset value. So if you have seen, I have assigned this item to three organizations. One is a master, two is inventory. So it is not necessary that if we make changes in the master organization, this would even reflect in the inventory organization item assignment, right? So for that, there is a task. I will show it to you. Go to setup and maintenance and go to product management offering. Type in. There is a task known as manage operational attribute groups. Yes, here it is. So just click on that. And all the attributes you have seen over here under all the tabs appears here. So suppose, let me take an example of sales order enabled customer ordered, right? So let me type in, yes, customer ordered. So you can see these both fall under master level, controlled at master level. So that means if it is controlled at master level, what does that mean? That means while creating an item in the master organization, if we make it as yes, even in the subsequent inventory organizations, which we assign through associations, even over there, it will be yes only. We will not have to go and make separate changes. So if you go to associations, in these both organizations as well, the value of this attribute would be yes, and it would be grayed out. So let me show it to you. So if I go to this organization, and if I go to specification, you can see this would be grayed out. See, these both are grayed out. That means we cannot make changes in the inventory organization attributes. So making changes in the master organization only is enough. Whereas if we go to RV laptop again in the master organization, and let me go to the planning attribute. So what is our planning method? Let me see if this is planning method. Yeah, this is also controlled at the master level. So this you need to check for every attribute. You need to make sure if it should be controlled at master level. If you do not want to assign the other specifications to it at the inventory organization level, if there's no requirement. Otherwise, you'll have to do the double work to assign the attributes of this item in multiple organizations that you assign it to. So that you want to avoid, right? So for that, manage operational attribute group control. This is a very important setup again.
Raj, sorry if I missed it. Where do you specify whether it's in the master or the child, the control?
Okay, I'll show it to you. You go to this manage operational attribute groups task, and all the tasks you're seeing over here, right? Like suppose costing enabled. If you click over here, you can see there is a drop down, master level or organization level. So this is a place wherein you assign that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so now we are done creating an item. Now we will move on. So this item which we have created, when I create a new sales order, that will appear over here. And now I will come to the customer part. So customer is, so before that, any questions on the item creation? I'll just take a quick pause.
So can we set up like a on-hand quantity for these items at these individual inventory organizations?
Yes, definitely. We can do that. I will be showing it to you.
And okay.
So whatever associations you have done, right? We have done the association of this item to two inventory organizations, Atlanta and Chicago. So not only can you maintain the on-hand quantity, you can do all kind of transactions now.
Okay, inventory transactions,
Yes,
sub-inventories. Okay.
exactly. Okay. So now I will show you how to create a
Sorry,
custom. Yeah.
one more question. Suppose if I want to have substitute items for the same RV laptop, right? So where can I set it up? Like
Yeah, I'll show you.
allow substitutes, right? Something like that.
So you see there's a relationship tab, right?
Okay.
Relationships tab. So if you go there, you can set a related item. You can set it over here. If you click on plus, you can give the item name which you have defined, type. How is it a replacement? Like if it is a substitute, upsell, warranty, merge,
Oh, okay.
cross sell. So over here you can set it up under relationship tab.
Okay. Relation between two items. Okay. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You can give the item name which you have already defined, and you can select what kind of relation is there between these two items. And when you click on reciprocal, this means both the items have same kind of relationship. Like if you give here substitute, no, sorry, not split. substitute, and to give you a reciprocal, that means this item and that item both are substitute to each other, like that,
Okay.
under relationship tab.
Okay. Thanks, Raj.
Sure. Okay. So now, yeah, I've created item. I will create a customer. So for that, let me go to the global search over here and click on create customer. This is a task to create a new customer. Click over there. So mainly customers are created by the AR people, the account receivables people of the finance team. But I'm showing it to you, in a very brief way, so that we can link this customer, this item, and this business unit, and define the entire pricing model of it, build the entire pricing model. So you can see on this page, these all are the tasks which we are going to use with this customer, with this item, and with this business unit to define our pricing model, right? So with this, you will also learn how a new customer, a new item, we can enable it for a sales order, and how we can define a pricing for it. So that is our main motto, to learn how to define a pricing for this. So as order management consultants, you will never set up customers on your own. This will be, if you have AR in your team, finance module in your team, then you will not be setting up customers. That would be the responsibility of the AR people. So this is why I will just, create a customer on a very brief note. I will not be giving, the major finance things. So on a very brief, I have gone to create customer, organization information. So who is the organization of my customer? So suppose if I name it RV only for recognition purpose, RV customers. Let's name it RV customers. Then these taxpayer DNS number, these all would be given by your finance team, and account address set. So I will come to this. So for now, let me just, I will tell you how we can give that. I am coming out of manage items. Go to this task. Let me change the scope. I will tell you what this task does. Okay. So I will be giving cust site as the address set. So I will tell you the reason why I have given that. Other than that, everything is simple. So let me see. Yes. Now I will simply define the site name, address, city, state. This organization would be situated somewhere, right? So I will name the site as RV site, country as US, address line one as let's give it 14 street. Then postal code. If I give the postal code, everything will default 10020. The first one. Okay. So see, city, state, county, everything has defaulted. Then I will give so what have I done till now? I have given the name of the customer. I have given the address set, and I have given the address. Where is that customer organization is situated, right? Nothing else. Now I will give the address purpose. So in order management, you see this, right? Bill to and ship to. Bill to customer, ship to customer. So from where does that default? That again defaults from your this address purpose. So click on plus. I will define the bill to and ship to. So purpose, first I will do bill to, and then I will click on plus, and then I will do ship to. And then every ship to organization has to be associated with the bill to site. So this is our bill to site, 14th Street, New York, the same address we had defined earlier, right? So you can have many purposes, right? But this would be handled solely by AR team. So I'm just telling you the bare minimum in a customer setup, so that with this customer, we can do the pricing setups. So I've defined the bill to and ship to purpose, bill to site, and then I will click on save and close. This is a very simple form, customer class, account type, those things will be handled by finance team. Those are the account receivables concept. So let's not get there. So as soon as I've defined the customer, the registry ID, account number, and site number is already generated, right? So on the first tab, we don't have to do anything because we have already defined the customer. Now come to the second tab, account number tab. Click on the hyperlink. And over here, this receipt method, payment instruction, these things will be defined by AR team. Go to communication. And in communication, click on edit contacts. So now, and I will click on plus to define my contact. So what is the first name? Suppose I will give my name, Raj Verma. So here's the customer contact. So the organization is RV Laptops, RV Customers, I mean, and the contact name, the SPOC is this Raj Verma, right? Role type, contact. So these things are just click on OK. Contact points. Click on plus. So how can you contact Raj Verma customer? So by fax, line, mobile. So suppose give mobile. Country code +1 for US. Phone number, let's give 998. Let's give this phone number, some random phone number. And account contact responsibility is address. So this is his address or responsibility. So let's leave it blank. This is not necessary. So we are doing the bare minimum, right? We have defined the customer organization, and now we have defined a contact under this customer, who is Raj Verma. So this should be enough. Now we will save and close. And now we are done with the first two tabs. Now we will go to the third tab, which is site. Site, click over there. And in the site, let me make sure everything is appearing. Yeah, in the profile history, you just have to do one thing. See, everything is defaulting from your earlier configurations, right? The only thing you have to do is you have to go to profile history tab and click on create site profile. That's it. Nothing else is required in this. And click on save and close. Click on save and close. Yes. So what did we do? We went to the create customer task and we gave our organization name and everything. Then we went to the second tab, which was the accounts tab, and we gave the contact number and phone number. And here in the sites tab, we just went to profile history tab and we clicked on create site profile. That's it. Nothing else is required. Click on done. Now, the reason I had given this cust site is yes. So you remember I had given cust site. So whatever site customer address site you're giving, there is a task known as manage business unit set assignment for every BU. So we are going to use US1 business unit. So go to this task. And over here, there are two reference data sets, a customer account relationship and customer account site. So whatever site you give here, the same site you need to give while creating a customer so that you can use it under this BU, under this US1 business unit. If you give a different site over there and over here, then you will not be able to use it. Suppose if you have given enterprise over there, enterprise site, then you need to give the same over here. Otherwise, it will not work under your business unit. So this is the reason I had seen it. And I didn't change this, and I changed that because many people are using this instance, right? And many people are creating, I would have created customers under this site only. So that's the reason I changed my customers site. So this is a simple reason. Okay, so we have done, what's the name of the customer? RV customers. Okay. Let me check the site if I have everything. Yes, so these accounts and all would be given. Or you can give the accounts as well if you want. These accounts are there, right? Business unit and accounts. If you want this customer to create billing as well. If you want to create invoices also with this customer, then you need to associate it with these accounts. So let me associate this and a site so that we can use them. We need to give the business unit. What is the business unit? US1. US1 business unit. Now revenue, receivables, all these are financial accounting. We need to give a code combination to it. So let's give some code combination. This is the default code combination, which I will be giving. Like for all the accounting entries, right? In real life, your AR team, finance team will have different entries for these. And this does not concern order management. This is a AR thing. So I'm just copying, pasting the same account so that at a later point of time, I can create an invoice with this customer as well. Nothing else. So I think I have given all accounts. Click on OK and click on Save and Close. Yes, we are done creating an item and creating a customer. Now let me create a new order and see if it appears or not. So click on Go to Order Management. Let me show you from the beginning. So this is what we have been doing from a couple of weeks, right? Going to Order Management and creating order. I'm going to Order Management, going to Order Management. And click on Create Order. So what was the business unit? US1. What was the customer? RV customers. Yes, see, it is appearing, RV customers. And if you click OK, see, everything appears on its own, right? Ship to customer, bill to customer, we had given the same, right? Bill to account, ship to address. So whatever we had given while defining this customer, everything is appearing over here. So the setup for this is through manage customers, what we had done earlier. Contact Raj Verma. Contact method, this is the phone number we had given. So everything, whatever we had given while defining customers, everything is appearing here. We just had to choose the customer name in the dropdown, right? And everything else is defaulting. So this is why AR configuration is also important. They also play a pivotal role. And so our customer is defaulting here. Now we will give the item name. So anyone remembers what is the item name?
RP laptop.
Yes. RV just yes, RV laptop is appearing. RV laptop is appearing. Let me click on add. So how is this 10 coming? So let me see. Okay, yeah. And it is giving the same. Yes. Yes, no mashing pressing. Yes, nice. So till now, we just need to make sure our customer is coming. We had defined a new customer. And along with that customer, we had defined many other things, right? Those are coming. And our item is coming in the sales order after giving those attributes. So we are good till now. We don't have to worry. Now, on hand is coming, no data was retrieved because we have not done any global order promising setup till now. We have not done a miscellaneous receipt to assign the on-hand quantity to this item. We have not done all of that, right? And we have also not done any pricing configuration for this item. So this is a default pricing coming from some strategy and some segment. So till now, we have not done any GOP or pricing configuration. We have just created a new customer and an item, right? Nothing else. So now we will begin with the pricing configuration, which is a very interesting part and the most important part in order management. Of how we can define a pricing for this item. So before that, any questions till now? Okay. So the pricing configuration is a little complex part, more complex than the things we have seen till now. So please look closely. So these are the various setups which we do to define a pricing configuration for a customer, item, and a business unit. So the pricing configuration is a combination of three things: a customer, business unit, and a item. This item, combination of three things. So on the combination of three things, we decide how the pricing would appear. So if you go to actions, you have this one, view pricing strategy and segment, right? Click on that. So for every item, customer, and business unit, there is a pricing segment and there is a strategy. And on the basis of that pricing segment and strategy, the price appears here. The price appears here. So now let me take you to the pricing configuration and tell you how we can define pricing of an item. Click on the home icon. And under order management, till now we have been going only through this order management, right? Now we are going to another module known as pricing administration. So this defines the pricing for all the items under order management. This module, submodule. So we have gone to this module, and if you click on this task pane, you can see there are various tasks, right? All these tasks decides the pricing of an item under for a customer under a BO. All these tasks which we are going to configure. So let me duplicate it. And let me start with the very first task, which is manage pricing lookup. So manage pricing lookup. So these two tasks, the top two tasks appears in the setup and maintenance. And from here, everything appears under pricing administration. So I will be showing you all of that. So first, let me go to setup and maintenance. So first task, let me go to manage pricing parameters under setup and maintenance. Manage pricing parameters. And over here, just one thing which we need to make sure that we have to set up the item validation organization. If we want to price that item or make it sales order enabled, then you need to make sure if that item is sellable, right? You need to make sure that organization of that item, the master organization, appears over here, the business unit and the organization. So you can see all business unit, that means all the business unit we have, including US1 business unit, is mapped with organization 000, our master organization, right? Our item master organization. So since both of these are appearing here, then we are good on this item validation organization part. If suppose all business unit was not defined, right? Then you explicitly have to define US1 business unit. Then we would have to choose US1 business unit and define, map it with our master organization. If you want all the items under this master organization to be sellable, then you need to define that organization over here. Suppose you do not want all the items under master organization to be sellable. You want only organization one, items under organization one to be sellable under this business unit. Then you can change that. You can make it as one. But if you are assigning a master organization, that means all the items within that master organization is sellable. So this is the meaning of item validation organization. So you need to make sure this is defined at a very preliminary step. So I'm not saving it because all the business unit is mapped with that. So we are good on that part. Now manage pricing lookups. Just give a blank search. So this setup will come in handy in whatever drop down we will be seeing thereafter. Right? We will just keep it open. I will not do anything with it. I will keep it open. Okay. The task name is manage pricing lookups. I will keep it open. Now I'll start with the pricing configuration. I will go to the pricing administration and I will start the pricing configuration. So from where do we need to start? At first, the first step is manage customer pricing profiles. Manage customer pricing profiles. This is a first task under pricing administration. This is the one, manage customer pricing profiles. Click on that. Click on plus. So what was the customer name? RV. RV customers. Now, under RV customer, you're seeing there are various options, right? Revenue potential, cost to serve, customer value, rating, size. So now, like suppose you shop in Amazon, right? If you are a Prime customer or if you are a normal customer, suppose if there is a B2B relationship, then every organization rates their customer. If he's a high value customer, we will give him more discount. If there's a potential for him to order in bulk in the future, then we might give him more discount to have that relationship. So every organization, every B2B organization maps their customer. They give them some rating or some kind of categorization is there, right? Suppose you're a small scale organization and there's only a one time order you're placing with the company. So you might not be regarded as a high value customer. The revenue potential will be low for you. So this is how you map. So customer name is RV customers, our customer, revenue potential. Come to the drop down. What is the revenue potential? Low, high, very high. What is the cost to serve? Low, medium, high. So you don't have to give every attribute, compulsorily. You can choose which one you want to map to. One attribute, two attribute, all the 5 attributes. It depends on the organization. Customer value. What is the customer value? Gold, diamond, platinum, silver, bronze. Customer rating. Low, medium, high. Customer size. Small, medium, large. Now, where are these values coming from? If I go to customer rating, see, low, high, very high, you can think Oracle defined, right? But values like this, VS prime, SH low, SH very high, these all are looks like custom values, right? Isn't it? So from where these things are coming? So these are coming from nowhere but lookups, managed pricing lookups. All the attributes you're seeing here, right, on the drop down, everything you're seeing under the drop down is coming from this pricing lookups. As simple as it is, right? Now revenue potential. Let me go to manage pricing lookups and let me type in revenue. Yes, see, revenue potential values. Come down. So all the values you see here, right, are the ones which you're seeing in the drop down. See VSI, where is VSI? SH low, where is SH low? So everything you're seeing here are defined over here. So you can define your custom attributes over here, custom list of values. That's it. That is the role of managed pricing lookups. So for our demo, we are going to have a revenue potential of RV high, right? So we are going to prefix everything. That makes it easy for for you to practice. So under revenue, we will click on plus to create a new lookup. RV high. Display sequence, let's make it 2. Start date, let's make it 1st of this month. RV high again. Meaning is something which you see on your this thing drop down, and description also same. Okay, so we are done defining our RV high. Look up for revenue potential. Now let me query that again. Let me click on refresh. See here, RV high has come, right? Now, again, how many attributes should I use? I'll use two of them. Revenue potential, RV high, cost to serve, customer value, rating, size. Customer value, okay, let me show you now cost to serve. Let me show you in the lookups. Where does it come? Now, where is cost to serve? Here it is. Cost to serve. See, again, these are lookups. Now, what is the third one? Customer value. Just type in some keywords, it will come. Here, customer value ranking. Here it is. Then customer rating. Here it is. Customer rating, lookups. Then customer size. Here it is, middle one, customer size. All the values are here. So like this, you can define your own values and map your customer, right? If you're not happy with the predefined values, you can define your own value, like the one I have defined for revenue potential. Now let me define one more value, right? Not all the five, let me define just one more value. Cost to serve, okay, cost to serve, customer value rating. Okay, customer value, let me define customer value. Click on plus. RV gold. Suppose this is a gold customer. Now I'll have to refresh for it to come, right? Yes. What is the revenue potential? RV high and customer value. RV gold. Yes. So now for this demo, we are going to use two of the attributes. I mean, you can use all the five or only one or three, depends upon the need of the organization. So this is how you create a profiling of the customer, which is our very first task. Manage customer profiles, pricing profiles. And this is how lookups helps you to create a profile, to have the custom values. Now start date, suppose 1st of August. Click on save and close. So with this, our customer profiling is created. We have a customer, RV customers, his revenue potential is RV high, customer value is RV gold. So now we are done with the first task. Click on done. Okay, now we will move on to the second task, manage pricing segments. Where is it? Here, second task, in sequential manner only. Now, this is a place wherein you map the attributes you have defined to a pricing segment. So again, the pricing segment you need to define in a lookup. This is a compulsory task. So pricing segment is again a custom value you need to define in a pricing lookup. So now I will define my segment. I'm going to define my pricing segment over here. Click on plus. RV pricing segment. Copy pasting the same thing and clicking on save. Clicking on save and close. Going here, clicking on refresh. so that it appears. Sometimes you have to log out and log in, but let's see. So what was the revenue potential we had defined? I think RV high, right? RV high. And what was the customer value? Was it RV gold? Yes, RV gold. So these two attributes we had defined. Now we are going to map it with the pricing segment we had defined, which is RV pricing segment. See, it is appearing here. So these three we didn't define. Now precedence, let it be 100. This is a default value. You can reduce it if you want. So click on save and close. So now we are done with two tasks, defining the pricing profile and pricing segment. Now we are going to the third task of managing pricing strategy. Third task, manage pricing strategy. So I will be creating a new strategy. So remember, in every order, these are the two things, pricing strategy and segment which appears. Click on plus. So what would be the name of my pricing strategy? Let's keep the same name for recognition purpose. RV pricing strategy, business unit. So this is where you map your business unit. US one business unit. Default currency, let me dollar only, US dollar. Default GL conversion type, let it be corporate. Objective, so this is only for information purpose, objective. This has no functionality whatsoever. So profit maximization, start date 1st of August, right? Allow price list override and allow currency override. So these two attribute means now a price will come automatically, right, on your sales order for an item. For all the configurations you're defining, a price will automatically come. Now, if you want to revise that pricing, this pencil icon is there, right? You want to revise that pricing. So if you want, if an organization wants you to do that, they want to allow you to do that, you should tick these two boxes. Allow price list override, allow currency override. Click on save and edit. Okay. So now don't worry about these. We have simply defined our pricing strategy, right? And then we need to click on approve. So it will not go through any hierarchy. Any pricing manager can just click on approve after defining it. So now the status is approved. So later on, when we create our price list, we need to associate over here, but we'll come to that. Let's not think over it. Click on save and close. So you might find this complicated, but in a while it will be straightforward. So till now, what we have done, we have created a customer profile. We have mapped our RV customer with profile, created a segment, created a strategy. Now, manage price strategy assignment. So this task will link the segment and strategy. This would be the linkage between the above two, this task. The fourth one, see, this is in sequential order. Manage price strategy assignment. Yes, here it is. So now you choose the second one, all. Says all, because you're doing it for sales order as well as if any internal order you have to do. Now in this, don't look at channel method. This comes under revenue management, channel and revenue management. So our pricing segment, what is the pricing segment? First, click on plus. Now, what is the pricing segment? RV, right? RV pricing segment. And what is the strategy? RV pricing strategy. Yes. Precedence, let it be 10. This is a default value. If this does not work, you can make it 9 or something. Yeah, that's it. Now, don't look at transaction type or anything else. Just these two, segment and strategy. We are linking these two. That's it. That's all we have to do in this task. We have to link the segment we have defined with the strategy we defined. Click on save and close. Yes. So we are done defining our profile, segment, strategy, and we have linked our segment to the strategy. Now we will define the pricing list, the actual price of our item. Manage pricing list, which is the fifth task, the last task of this hierarchical thing. So where is manage price list? Over here. So we have defined our profile, segment, strategy, and we have linked our segment to the strategy, right? Now we will do our manage price list. Click on plus. Create a price list. RV price list. Business. What is our business unit? US1. Start date 1st of August. Now type. First choose currency US dollar. Now what does type mean? You can see there are 4 types, but as per now, floor price and ceiling price list is not available. It is not functional by Oracle. This is only for Oracle's internal use. These are not functional. Segment price list is the one which we need to use, which means nothing but the actual price of that item, which we are going to define. That's it. GSA price list is General Service Administration. So US people give the special price to General Service Administration people, and for those they can define this. But for any commercial use, we define only this segment price list. Okay. Now price charge definition. So there again, these are lookups. There are various types of prices. So we are concerned with sale price. Line. Okay. So these are line type. So this is not a line type we use in the sales order. This is a pricing line type. So this would always be buy. SL bill only is a special type of line buy. So let's not get there. Buy. Catalog name, let's leave it blank. Calculation method, price, not cost. So simple pricing we are defining, right? Sale price and price by RV price list, US dollar. Save and edit. That's it. Now we need to go under items and query our item. What is the item? No, don't query because we have not defined. So click on plus. So this is where we will define the item price. RV laptop each by. Click on create charge. Sale price, sale. Now what is the price of item? So this is a place from wherein it will show to us in the sales order. Suppose let's keep our price as 200 and allow manual adjustment. We want the order entry specialist to also be able to manually adjust the price, not be limited to the price which is populating automatically by the configurations, right? Start date again 1st of August. That's it. So now we have defined our price list. And then we have to go to this column, third tab, and have a common access set so that it is applicable to everyone. Common set, that's it. So again, we have to click on approve. So every price list needs to be approved on its own. It will not have any hierarchy. Save and close. So let me show it to you again. So we have defined our price list, business unit, currency, type, name, these things we gave, start date. Then we added our RV laptop item and we gave the price as 200 and allow manual adjustment. That's it. We have defined our price list, which was the last step in this process. Now we need to link this price list to the strategy. So every list you define, you need to link it to the strategy. So what is our strategy name? RV. Click on edit. Under price list, segment price list, click on select and add. Search in your price list. Click on OK. So every list you add, so there will be more list to it, cost list, discount list, which we will come tomorrow or at a later half. Those are advanced pricing concepts, which I will also show you how you can, play around with the pricing in your sales order. But the basic configuration we have done. So you need to link your price list to the strategy. That's it. Click on save and close. You want to start date as first. Save and close. That's it. So just let me reiterate. First, I went to manage customer pricing profile. Let me show you again. Manage customer pricing profile. What is the customer name? RV. So this was our first setup. We linked this customer with these two attributes. And these two attributes came from where? From the lookups. Manage pricing lookups, right? Then our second task was segment. We again defined our new segment under the manage pricing lookup, and our segment name was RV pricing segment. So the two attributes we had defined, we have linked it with the segment. Now the third task was to create our strategy, which was very important, right? And we have created our strategy and linked it with the business unit, US1 business unit. Now, the fourth task, we have linked our strategy and segment under the fourth task. So this was the linkage, our segment and strategy linkage. And then at last, we created our price list, wherein we actually is giving the price of that item. So the price of this item is how much? 200. And then we associated this price list with the price strategy, which we had defined as a third step. This, yeah, see, we have associated our price list to this strategy. So this is a sequential steps which we need to do in order to enable pricing in a sales order. Now this is a one-time setup, okay? You don't have to worry. This is just a one-time setup which implementation consultants do while setting up Oracle. After that, they can easily maintain the prices of all the items in that price list, right? I have defined one item. You can define thousands of items and maintain the price list. Change the prices and all that. So that also I will show you. So this is the basic configuration that I've done. Now, so after doing these many configurations, let me see what happens to our order. So I think I will have to log out and log in because I've done so many configurations. Just let me see if it happens, or I'll log out and log in. Let's give it some time, or else I'll log out and log in. So after you do any changes, right, you always have to come to actions and click on reprice order for your changes to take effect and new price to reflect on your sales order. So I think I will have to log out and log in. This will. For some reason, this instance has got slow. Just to give it some time. So any doubts till now while this is loading?
Raj, in this e-business suite, we have this modifiers and qualifiers, right? So is that a similar thing in Fusion, or is it?
No, in Fusion, we do not have modifiers or qualifiers. We have other things. We have these many things, which I will be showing you. If we have just defined our price list, you can define discount, shipping charges, cost, currency conversion, tiered adjustment, adjustment matrix, guidelines, all tiers, blocks. So these many things we have. We do not have qualifiers and modifiers as such. But
Okay.
instead of that, we have more functionalities, which I will be taking you through after this basic configurations.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, give me a minute. This instance has got stuck. I'm logging out and logging in. Then I will show you in a sales order how this price is reflecting and if it is reflecting or not. Is it a success, whatever configurations we have gone through? Click on. Just give me a minute. This instance seems like it has gone. It has become slow. So let's give it a couple of minutes. Otherwise, I'll do something else. Because I've done all the configurations under this instance, right? So that is why I cannot use any other instance that I have because it becomes very important for me to show it to you everything over here as only. So let's give it some time. In the meantime, if you guys have any questions, you can ask. It is coming, but it is slow. Okay, let me take you to the order management page. Here it is. Create order. So the instance has become very slow all of a sudden. That is why it is taking time. So let's give it some time. Now, in the meantime, let me see if I have other instance. Yeah, so this has come. Let me see. I'm choosing the business unit as US1 business unit. Our customer was RV. Okay, this is taking some time. So this instance has become slow all of a sudden. So I will not be able to show you how this is reflecting in our order. Let's see if this works or not. In the meantime, let me see if I can cover other topics as well. Then tomorrow I will be able to show you the result of this and the other pricing configurations. So basically, these were the pricing configurations that we have to do as an initial step, what I've shown you. And then we have added this pricing list to the strategy. Now, in a similar way, we have, other than price list, we have these mini lists as well. If you want to add any discount, if you want to add shipping charge, cost, currency conversion, returns, price list, so you can add them, you can create them and add it again in the pricing list only. So let's see if this is not loading, then I will have to take the remaining 40 minutes tomorrow. Let's give it some more time. Because there are so many configurations, right? We have defined a customer, we have defined item, and we have done all these configurations under this instance. So to do that, it will again take minimum half an hour and time will be up. It is not able to choose. Okay, I think in that case, this instance is not responding. And we have all the views and everything under this. Let's see, this is not responding. This is what happens to a demo instance given by Oracle sometimes. Okay, then I think the rest of the 40 minutes that we are left with for the training, I will have to continue tomorrow itself, right? I'll have to show you the result of this strategy, whatever we have defined in our sales order, and then go on and show you these advanced pricing topics as well, how these affects the pricing in a sales order. Because anyways, if I configure everything again in a new instance, it will take half an hour. So that will not be useful.
We meet at the same time? Or?
Yeah. Tomorrow we will meet at the same time, 5:30 p.m. IST, and I will extend 30 to 40 minutes tomorrow to cover up for the loss of topics for today.
Hey Raj, tomorrow are you going to start all over or are you going to pick up from where you left?
I'll pick up from where I left. I will reiterate those quickly in 5 minutes, and then I'll pick up from where I left.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I will create a sales order and I will show you how this pricing segment strategy and price list is appearing. And then from there on, we will go on to the advanced topics of discount list, shipping list, cost list, currency conversion list, and tiered pricing concept, which is also known as modifiers in EPS. So those concepts also I will show you. So tomorrow's session will be a longer one. It will not be just 2 hours. It will be 2 hours, 30 to 40 minutes. Just to cover up the entire topics that we have in hand. And tomorrow I will also configure these in one more instance, just to make sure if this goes away, we have one more instance handy. So I will do the background work of double configuration. So is that okay with everyone?
Yeah, should be fine.
Yeah, sure.
Raj, the last thing that you're trying to show us is you changed the price list to RV price list and you're trying to reprice it, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
it would have worked, but the instance stopped working.
No, understood. I was just trying to understand what were you expecting? So I didn't.
Yeah. So if the instance was working, you would have seen the price list segment and strategy appearing in our sales order, and price would have been 200 for that item
200. Okay.
as per the
Okay.
configuration we had done. So
Okay,
that
got it.
continuity was important. That is why I cannot show you that in a new instance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, then I will see you all tomorrow. I will extend
So
half
Raj,
an hour.
one question.
Mhm.
So we kind of jumped directly into the order creation, and then we're just going into the pricing directly along with the items. So generally, right? I mean, when we go for the implementation, so we'll start with a lot of things, right? I mean, nothing will be there. Where the instance is handed over to us, there will be nothing. Not even I'm not sure whether the Vision instance setups will be there or not. But generally, the finance consultants will be setting up the finance details, as well as HR team would be setting up the organization, everything, right?
Correct. Yes.
So from order management perspective, where should we start from? I mean, like we should start with customers which AR team has set up, or we should start with the items which
So yeah,
inventory
I'll
team
tell you.
setups,
So you will have different teams whenever you're going for implementation. So for
right?
supply chain as well, you will have inventory procurement teams.
Right.
So you will have to go with setting up the business unit. So those part will be covered from your procurement or inventory team, setting up the business unit and inventory organization and master organizations. So those are the basic setups. So then you have to create an item, create a customer associative item with the inventory organization and master organization. So the
But
initial,
now,
Mhm.
sorry, but now we are going with the US1 business unit, right? I mean, we're just using whatever it's there.
Yes,
But general, we have to set up everything from scratch, right? Business unit, as well as the item master, inventory organization, everything from scratch, right?
correct. Yes, that is right.
Yeah, I'm trying to finding it a bit difficult to go through this. I mean, US1 business, probably I have to understand US1 business unit setups, and then have to use those setups for my
Mhm.
setup. I mean, for my testing.
Okay, so no, that's it. You just have to create a business unit and inventory organizations, and then you can use it. So next week, I will show you the preliminary setups as well. If there's a need, there are only 3 to 4 setups, before creating an item. We are associating
Right,
that
right,
item with the inventory org, right? So that
right.
inventory org creation and that business unit creation and item
Okay,
master. So those 3 are the only preliminary setups that we do. So that also I can show you after completing pricing. So there's not much, or I can show you tomorrow as well. You
oh,
know,
okay, sure, sure,
yeah.
yeah.
So that shouldn't be a problem. That is just the 3 to 4 configurations what consultants do.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, Raj. I mean, we'll continue with this particular setup. Yeah.
Okay, sure. And after this pricing setup, I will take you through the initial setups as well, from where we can
Okay,
start and all that.
okay,
Do not worry.
okay, Raj. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, then see you all tomorrow,
Sure.
same time, 5:30 IST.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.